Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital.
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's Jenny from the blockchain and my co-host, Michael Keene. Michael, what's up?
What's up? How you doing? We're back after a little bit too long of a layover.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We were gone.
Oh, don't be sorry. No.
But here we are. We're back again. And we wanted to thank everybody, first and foremost, for listening in. We just reached 6,000 downloads on our podcast show here. So thank you, everyone, for listening in. And, thank you so much for hearing what we have to say. We're going to start this off with a bang. Let's talk about the OpenSea scandal that happened this last week. So that was honestly a huge thing. I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter, but oh my gosh, all over Twitter, everybody giving their opinions on it. And what happened was, by the way, Nate, the head of product for OpenSea, was basically front running. And basically he was buying NFTs before they got listed on the front page of OpenSea and then like selling them once they were listed on the front page of OpenSea, which is like, technically insider trading in the centralized world. And so he no longer works for OpenSea. And so, man, it was crazy. I looked up OpenSea Nate into Google, and there was about a dozen articles that popped up. CNBC, Bloomberg, BBC, The Guardian, TechCrunch. I was like writing these down. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. It went mainstream, which, it's not really a good look for the NFT community, but we were even literally in the trending section on Twitter. Nate OpenSea was like trending on Twitter. Yeah. So that was kind of crazy. And apparently he made 19 ETH from doing it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, the NFT space is unique in that way that stuff is trackable. That happens every single industry, like people are leaking out things and people are getting in early and getting out early. And maybe it's a good thing that he got caught. I guess it was one of the Twitter users noticed the transactions in a side wallet, and then that the ETH was being funneled back to Nate's original wallet. Now, I don't know if any of this is 100,000% proven. Like, these are all allegations. I'll say that. Like, I don't know Nate.
Right.
I did read the CNBC article, insider trading at OpenSea, and OpenSea admitted it. So like, it seems pretty legit, and I'm sure it is. But everyone has their. I don't know if we've heard from Nate yet.
I know. Can someone check on Nate? Like, I mean, I do genuinely kind of feel bad for Nate. And I know some people show no mercy and they're like, no, he deserves all that's coming to him and he deserves all the hate. But you know what? When you have an angry mob of people on Twitter, yeah, of course he made a mistake. Yeah, of course he shouldn't have done it. Of course that was wrong. But at the same time, it's like, did he deserve to have an angry mob of people at him? I mean, probably not. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. Can take a.
There's a lot of people that are mad at him that would have probably done the same thing. It's kind of hard not to. Yeah. It's kind of hard not to do that sometimes, for sure.
Everyone's done things. Everyone's done things, and then of course it's like, oh my God, I would have never. But then maybe they would. I mean,
I'll tell you, when I worked in the ticket industry, I would always look for angles like that and talk to people. Like I would, it's like, honestly, like, I mean, it's definitely not right how he did that, but like, it's a lot of people would do it, and he got caught, and he's out of his job, and he lost his reputation.
He did.
Yep.
There's more people that I'm sure do it that aren't getting caught,
Oh yeah, there's people. I mean, even in these projects, like if you know a friend in the project, hey, we're about to announce something, go buy a bunch. You know what I mean? Like, that's similar. And how often do you think that happens? Every single day.
Oh man, for NBA, I don't know. Did you hear about what happened with NBA Top Shot?
I did not.
Okay, so On the Moment, which is also an NFT. I probably shouldn't do this because I work for an NFT analyzer site and I shouldn't be like talking shit about another one. But they actually did the same thing where they actually had insider information about. So I guess Jacob, one of the community managers of NBA Top Shot, he went on a show with them and he told them in confidence something that was going to happen. And they started buying up a bunch of moments in anticipation and people found out and it was not a good, like everyone was going off. Everyone's so mad at them. They're like, you had access to insider information and you abused your power, and, I try to be very conscious of that because it's like, you can't, some people will come for you. They will. And
they'll see it and they will. Yep, you're right.
And they ended up saying, okay, we're implementing a policy in our company and, none of us are able to, we're freezing our accounts. None of us are going to be able to buy, sell, or trade NBA Top Shot moments anymore. Like they just froze their own account.
Yeah. It's a great community. I love how it's building and people are holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
There's no insider trading laws for NFTs yet at this point. Is that right? Yeah.
OpenSea apparently they just implemented the policy. They're like, okay, we just added.
Yeah. Hey, nobody can, right. Yeah. Okay.
So I know it's such a new space and such a new world that we're just figuring things out. We're just figuring things out as we go. And people have to realize things like this happen so often in the real world, and man, it's like
every single day, every single industry. Right.
Yeah. Right. It's just more transparent. And now it's actually transparent and you can see it and you can find out more easily.
Yep.
So yeah, interesting stuff.
Yeah. That was a controversy for sure. People were worried what was going to happen to OpenSea. Even are they going to lose credibility? But it doesn't seem like it at that point. I mean, hopefully
it blew over. And even 2 days after, which this was just the other day, they announced the launch of their app and they came out with their app, and then everyone forgot how it happened.
Beautiful app, right.
Ooh, an app.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I was going to bring up the app. I actually downloaded it today, but I didn't get a chance to play with it. Nice. Do you connect your MetaMask wallet to it?
Man, I haven't checked it yet. Apparently somebody said you can't buy or sell on the app yet, and it's just to view,
to browse. Okay.
Apparently that's what somebody said. I haven't, I'm not sure because I haven't confirmed. I haven't checked it myself. But I did actually, my aunt actually downloaded the OpenSea app. I onboarded her. I'm out in Arizona visiting family right now. And I was explaining NFTs to her. My sister and I, we spent hours, her and my mom, just explaining everything. And she decided to set up a MetaMask account, a MetaMask wallet. And she downloaded OpenSea and
that's amazing.
So yeah.
How do you feel about the MetaMask wallet on the cell phone? I know there's a bit mixed.
Yeah, I'm a little, I told her, I personally don't have it on my phone, but she wanted to. And, we made sure to teach her about cybersecurity and everything. I'm not a fan of doing things on my phone personally.
Yep.
I don't know.
We talked about this. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Yeah. One way to do it that I've heard, because there is a little bit of a concern theoretically, if you're on a Wi-Fi network that is not secure and somebody might get a screenshot of something you have going on. Maybe if you because there's also advantages. Like if you're out and about and you see a tweet from somebody, sometimes you need to act really fast on these things to make money. And maybe you have a second wallet that doesn't have a lot in it, just a little bit of ETH in case you need to buy something. Might be a smart idea. But I don't know for sure, but I've heard a couple people worried that that's a security threat theoretically, just with all this fraud. It's really scary, all the fraud going on for sure.
Yeah. And I would be more of what if what if someone stole my phone? It's more likely for someone to steal my phone than my laptop. Cause I carry my phone everywhere, and obviously I have a password and all that, but still I get a little I don't know.
No, you're right. And if your laptop, they get your laptop, they can do whatever they want. If someone gets it for 5 minutes, you don't have to log into MetaMask every time. You know what I mean? I don't mean
true.
They can just go up and transfer the money and it's over.
Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry. Just watch that.
Yeah, and that's, it's just being conscious of that, that type of thing, being conscious of, making sure your stuff is secure and, realizing there's risks to it and kind of having your stuff in different, I have, a hardware wallet and, I have some things in there, and it's like, just kind of sprinkling things in a couple different locations. That way, if something, if your MetaMask wallet gets drained, okay, well, you still have some stuff in your ledger or like,
that's exactly
things like that. So.
Yeah. Be careful. Don't have everything in one spot, especially if you have a large portfolio, for sure.
And speaking of which, that reminds me of, it was going around where, okay, I don't know if you've noticed this lately, but I've been getting, and a lot of people on Twitter, it seems, have been getting basically spam NFTs airdropped to them, which is really annoying because it's like junk mail. It's like, oh my God, is this like junk mail? And so there was this, I guess somebody had gotten hacked by like clicking, and maybe they were clicking the unlockable content. I don't know, but people started freaking out about it. And I was, concerned about, okay, is hiding it,
because you have to sign, to hide it.
No, you don't have to sign to hide. You have to sign you don't have to sign to hide, do you?
I'm pretty sure you do.
They said that hiding is fine. Like Richard, Richard on Twitter, I think his username is literally just Richard. He said you can hide. It's not interacting with the contract if you hide the NFT. So I'm like, okay, good. I know that I can hide. But yeah, if you like accept a bid or if you sell it, like you're basically kind of like confirming the contract or something. And it's like, then you could get your wallet can get compromised. So it's scary. It's like, you don't know these things until it happens to somebody. And then it gets around and then everyone's like, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do now.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I've gotten a bunch of those recently on the Polygon network. It's free. It's going to become the new junk mail of it's. I mean, I've gotten a whole bunch of them recently, and
I know, me too.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes you look a little cool. I got one that looked cool. I was like, oh my God, I actually like this one. I hate it anyway. I was like, no, I can't trust it.
Yep.
Unless someone reaches out and they're like, can I send you a gift? And then I'm like, okay, I know that this is legit.
Depends on who it is. If somebody, maybe it's not. Maybe it's well. If I get a question, if I get a question, it's like, can I send you an NFT? I don't even respond to that if I don't know the person.
Really? Oh, maybe I shouldn't, because I'm super
careful.
I'll take the free gift. Like,
don't click anything. Don't ever click a link into a Discord. Like if you want something, go find it yourself. That's how. Like if I want a link, I go find.
Yeah, definitely. Discord's more sus. Well, I'll get Twitter messages, and people will be like, "I'm, starting a project. Can I send you one?" And then I'll usually say, I don't respond. Yes.
Yeah, I know. But, you're a bigger influencer than I am. No one comes to me like that. I'm like, who are you? Yeah, I'd be like, no, thank you. I don't even respond, honestly, when someone, unless it's like a normal question. If it's someone wants to send me something, like there's so much out there. It stinks to be like that, but you kind of have to. I
wanted to quickly, actually, while we're on the same topic, shout out Apes Run the World, because they actually made me a custom one, and it made me a cute little ape with purple hair. And I thought that was just so nice. And they said they listened to our podcast. So I'm like, you know what?
Oh, wow.
Let me just thank them.
Yeah. Apes Run the World.
Thank you for that. Apes Run the World. Thank you.
Awesome. Yep. Let's get into some fun NFT stuff.
Yes, let's do it.
So last week we spoke about 888 Inner Circle. You remember that?
Yep, we did.
Yep. So when we talked right before the podcast, I bought it for like a quarter of an ETH. And during the podcast, we were talking and it was like 0.46. And then I woke up the next morning. Yeah, I woke up the next morning. It was 1.5. And then it went all the way up to 4 at one point. It's at about 3 ETH right now. And we're recording on, what is this, Monday night, September 20th. Yep.
There was some controversy around that, though. I don't know. I mean, I know you're not on Twitter too much.
Yeah.
Franksy actually called that guy out, the 888 Inner Circle guy or whatever his username is. I forget his username. It's like 888 something. And because he's been kind of like, he's like, let's get the floor to 8.88. And he's like kind of pumping it too much. And it's kind of like, you're not really supposed to like do that, to your own project. You're not supposed to like be like, guys, let's all get it to this price. Like, And so Pranksy kind of got mad at that. And then, they were kind of going back and forth and stuff. And it was a little drama.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I got to go check it out. Probably a no publicity is, no publicity is bad publicity kind of thing in that case, maybe. Them they probably working together. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Also, I don't know about that. But maybe.
In the meantime, we were airdropped something that's already worth like 0.3.
A POAP, isn't it? Wasn't it a POAP?
Was it a POAP? It was like It's a circle, and it was like the Genesis something. I didn't even look into exactly what it was. The artist was Malvida. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. I'm not familiar with the artist, but it's 0.32 right now for that. And it was in the collection called Inner Circle, the Drops, and it's drop number 1 edition Genesis. And I don't really know exactly what's going to be going on with it, but
yeah, because it's kind of just like, it's kind of like the selling point is just Inner Circle, but nobody knows like what it's about.
No, nobody knows what. He did tweet out that that project, I think it's Killer Grills, GRILZ, like the teeth with the there's 5. It's actually looking pretty popular. I think people are going to have early access to mint that if you're in that club. So, and he said this is the first, so hopefully like a lot of these popular projects, maybe, holders will get whitelisted or put on the pre-sale list, which would be nice.
That's interesting.
Because they're hard to get. The good projects are like hard to get these days.
Right.
Have you looked at Mechaverse?
I saw that they are kind of like robots, but they have like a gummy appearance to them. Yeah. I'm not like a huge fan. I know that I feel like they spent a lot of time like creating them, but I'm not a huge fan of the art, to be honest. I think it's kind of meh. And especially at a mint price of 0.2. Yeah. Like, that's a little ridiculous. I'm sorry, but 0.2,
have you seen their numbers?
That's robbery. That's robbery.
92,000 followers on Twitter. Yeah, they're going to bring in like
what the heck? How did they
$8 million? Yeah, and their Discord's that big too. Their Discord's like 90,000 people.
I'm always suspicious of super large followings and Discord numbers though, because you can easily kind of like somebody could build up a following and then just sell it to like they could have bought it with 50,000 followers already or something.
Yep,
you never really know. So it's about the engagement.
Yep, it's about the engagement. I mean, it's blowing. Like it's going to be one of those instant sellouts, and who knows where it goes.
Yeah,
from there,
I definitely do think it'll sell out instantly.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about that. Like that's. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. You can't even get it really. You have to get it like they're gonna like lottery out who can buy them. It's like a raffle. Yeah, it's very popular. I think they're dropping maybe this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I would like to see a project that only allows, and I know people can make multiple wallets, so they would have to figure out a way around this so that people can't make multiples and kind of spoof it. But I would love for you can only buy one. You can only buy one per person, one per human being.
One per person. That would be nice. Yeah.
That would be cool. And that's like
that would actually be really cool. Right. And like literally have like 10,000 unique users because these projects are popular enough. That's actually really cool if you did that.
That would be so cool.
That'd be an interesting concept I hope someone does do a project like that. That's a really interesting concept. Yeah. You better be brave enough to know you're going to sell them all.
I know. But you don't have to sell out instantly. Yeah, nowadays things are selling out so fast, but it doesn't have to be like that. It could be a little bit of a slower sellout. It can take weeks. Penelope's took weeks. Yep. Avastar's took a year. Obviously that released years ago, but still. Yeah. And it could be a longer sellout. Time.
It can be, but I will say the ones we know that did do that are kind of the exception. A lot of the projects, if they don't sell out right away, the mint price, that floor price goes below the mint, and then they have a lot of trouble moving forward. So that's definitely something to.
But usually it's because they're cash grabs. So
no, there's a lot of cash grabs, rug pulls.
Even if they sell out, sometimes even projects sell out. Yeah. Like, okay, and then boop, the floor goes down, and
then the team. Happens. A lot of times that team moves on to another project. Like that's, there's teams that are pumping. I saw someone tweeting about it. Like there's teams that are on their 5th and 6th project right now. And they're not paying attention to the earlier ones. Like they're literally cash grabs.
Yeah.
And I don't like the anonymous teams anymore. People should really put themselves out there if you're going to be bringing in $4 million in a sitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously. And it's really, it's like you're buying into the team. And I feel like people kind of forget that. They get kind of blinded by the greed and the money, but you're really buying into the team. You're giving these people money. So who are you giving money to? You're in control. You're determining who's gonna, what projects are doing well and whatnot.
Yeah, it's not even always about the art either. Some of the beautiful art works, but like look at the Cryptodes. You see that one? You know what that is?
Yeah, I saw the.
What's
crypto.
going on with that?
Oh my
Come
God, all
on.
the OGs were buying them. I feel like that's
I
why
know.
other people, they just kind of, I don't know. Those people were my one of the co-founders of Evaluate Market, Christian, he bought 2 of those cryptodes on the day of minting for like
Yeah.
0.9. I was like, oh my God. I was like, honestly, no, you shouldn't have bought it. But yeah, I mean, those things are doing decent. So.
Yeah, I know how we feel about those kind of that kind of art like that.
I'm not a huge fan of pixel art.
No, same with me.
But you know, whatever.
Same with me. Another good project. Did you get into the Ape Dao remix at all? Do you know what that is?
The Ape Dao remix. No.
Yeah, that was cool. So there's 5,550 of them. The Ape Dao is these original 50 apes that went into, a decentralized autonomous organization. And there's 50 of them. And they found whatever it was like 25 or 30 artists. And each of those 50 apes was made an edition of 111. But the artists are really amazing. Dario Di Siena, Brian Morris, Andy Poon, like a whole list of really awesome artists. And that project went up almost to 1 ETH. It's back down to maybe 0.6 or 0.5 last I looked. But
and the Ape Dao created it?
Yep. And there's a lot of future looking cool things to it. So I bought 2 of them. I actually sold one. I bought the Brian Romero and the Dario Di Siena. The Brian Romero I doubled up on, which was nice. I paid for both of them. And the Dario's worth like an ETH that I paid like 0.3 or 0.4 for. It's a cool project. My buddy Emmanuel told me about it. And Brian Morris is one of my absolute favorites. If you look up his derivative for this, it's like an ape, but it's a fishbowl. So it's like you can see through it, and it's really cool. I'll link you up later on. It's really cool.
Yeah, the Ape Dao is actually founded by a friend of mine, Kai Laurent. He lives in India.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I remember when he first bought a ton of apes and I messaged him, I was like, what are you going to do with all those apes? And he's like, I don't know. And he ended up creating the Ape Dao, which is really cool with a lot of his apes. So that's
awesome. So was this the first project they did that you know of? Because I mean, I heard of the Ape Dao. I heard the term. I think I was even in the Discord for a while, but I didn't know too much about it.
Too much. Yeah. I believe, I mean, I just clicked on there. It looks like, Ape Dao Remix is what's in their bio right now. So I don't, I think it is the first.
Yeah. There's 50 really cool different derivatives. That's awesome. My favorite is I didn't buy a Brian Morris, sadly, because it was one of the most expensive ones because of how cool it is. Yep. But that's a really cool project. I hope it does well. I'm going to hold on to the Dario one for a while. I was using that as my Clubhouse profile.
Nice. Oh, nice. How many did they make? Just one of each?
They made 111 of each of the 50. So it adds up to 5,550. Okay. Yep. So they were additions. Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Cool.
And it was like 25 or 30 artists. And when you go to it on OpenSea, you can actually like click on each individual artist and just see theirs, like that's one of the properties is who the artist was. Yep. It's a very cool collection with some interesting stuff. If you go read the website, I forget exactly right now. I'm not going to go pull it up, but enough to make me want to buy. I thought it was interesting. Yep. So I don't think we talked about when VeeCon was announced. They, I don't know if you're too interested in that, but they announced from Minneapolis, not the greatest city of all time, but booked my hotel. I'm sorry if you live in Minneapolis. I was there.
RIP to the listeners.
Yeah. So I know Minneapolis is cool. I was there for the Super Bowl for the Eagles Patriots, and it was in February, and there was 2 feet of snow, and it was negative degrees. So that might affect my. It was.
Yeah. V Friends. That's really popping off, and the floor had dipped down to like 11 ETH, but it's climbing back up.
Yeah,
the floor is like 13 point something.
Yeah, it was up to 17 at the highest.
Right.
And then it pulled back a little bit. Every time he makes announcements, I can almost guarantee it's going to be at its highest in the spring, leading up to the May conference. It's in May. It's
May something.
Yeah, mid to late May.
May.
Well, yeah. It's not pulling up quick enough. Mid to late May. I'm very excited for it. I can't wait till he starts announcing. I have a lot of friends that are going. And I'm really, really looking forward to that weekend. But before that, we have the NFT.NYC, which is really going to be popping. Yeah, I know we do.
Yeah, that'll be popping. Yep. And then the NFT land in March in Vegas. Man, there's just me. I feel like there's going to be a lot of NFT events.
Who's putting on the NFT land again? Who was that?
Jimmy.E.
Yeah, that's right. We talked. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, I got to make plans for that one too.
Yeah, that'll be
awesome. Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about a chrome squiggle. You know the chrome squiggles.
Mm-hmm.
The floor is now 10. The floor is now 10 ETH on them. One of them sold for 485 ETH.
Why? Why did it sell for that much?
I guess it's one of the rare ones. It's rare. Yeah, I don't know if it's the rarest, but it's probably pretty darn close. It was almost like invisible. There's only like one little spot that lights up. It's like it is.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I know. It cracks me up, man. Just looking at those, like, I mean, they're really popular, and and I get the history of it and stuff. I don't get the art of it per se for me.
It's just a little squiggle.
Yeah, it's just a little squiggle. And then you got these people making like the most amazing art you've ever seen, and they can't sell it sometimes.
Right. Yeah, marketing is huge. It's a big part of
it is. It is. Yeah, it's funny with art blocks. Like a lot of the artists that go into art blocks, if they put it out without the art blocks name, they would barely sell any of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go into art blocks and you can sell them for 2 ETH each. Like it's nothing. It's it's an amazing thing. And, all respect to art blocks, and what they're doing is absolutely incredible. It's just some of it, it's hard to wrap your head around why some of that becomes popular. But
some people think art blocks is kind of on its way down. They think it kind of peaked out already. I don't really know. I never really got into art blocks actually, but I have been hearing a lot about it on Twitter.
I've flipped a bunch of stuff. Sadly didn't hold on to some of the stuff long term like I should have, but played with it, learned about it. Like it's I don't know what the future is going to hold for. It'll be really interesting to look back at these episodes and in 5 years from now and see if art blocks, see if the squiggles are a 50 ETH or if they're like, if nobody really cares.
Right.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. What's really cool with, besides it's like the prices of the NFT projects, it's like when people come together for the NFT culture. I feel like the NFT space has the best culture. Like everybody suiting up for the Christie's auction. Basically, all of the apes kind of put a suit on their ape and, had their profile picture as their ape with the suit. And then the cool cats followed suit. I don't know who else was it. Maybe the Gutter Cat Gang. I don't know, some other projects as well. And just people were just suiting up, putting a suit on their avatar NFT, for the Christie's auction for the Bored Apes. And I thought that was so cool. Just kind of the community coming together, like, doing this fun thing together, like just for fun, Yeah,
I think it's an amazing community for sure. You're right about that. The NFT space is the best. It's wild, growing like crazy, and people are having fun. It kind of feels like when you're back in college and like you could do anything and be super creative. It reminds me of that a little bit. Like I was downloading Napster back in 1997, It's like it feels a lot like that.
I cannot relate to the Napster, but I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. You don't know what Napster is? Oh my God.
Yeah, we are pretty much for context, Michael is like, I don't know, in his 40s, I think. I'm not even sure his age.
I'm 42. I'm 42.
20s. Yeah. What we know best is NFTs.
Yeah, that's
what we that's what we agree on. Maybe some of the things I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know Napster.
Napster was like,
is it like LimeWire?
Yeah, it was. It was like the original MP3s where you could like download them and like have all this music. It was like the first time ever for digital music. Like it was revolutionary. I had a book of CDs, like in high school and going into college, and then Napster changed it all.
That's cool.
Yeah, I had a little Discman where I had CDs that I put one CD into it. You must think it's crazy.
No, I used to have a Walkman or whatever.
Okay.
I think it was a
Walkman or whatever. Yeah,
and you put a CD in there and then you just listen. Yeah.
Okay.
Headphones. I had one of those. Yeah. CDs were popular for me as well.
Okay, fair enough. Do they still sell them?
I don't even know. Probably, maybe. Actually, well, you know what? I feel like is more popular than CDs. Records.
Records. You're right. Yep.
I don't even know if they sell CDs, but they sell records.
Andy collects. Our producer Andy collects records.
Shout out to Andy.
Yep.
In the back, collecting the
He
records.
is. Yep. Cool Cat Andy profile. Talk about the Cool Cats. Cool Cats is popping off again.
Yes, it reached new all-time high. 7.2, right?
Oh, did it? Last I looked was 6.5.
Oh, awesome. No, I checked. Was it yesterday or something? And I was like, oh my God. Like, and I, you know, like I said, I'm out, you know, on vacation, and I was just like, you know, not paying too much attention to the space, but I saw it and I was like, wow.
Dude, you bought really that at the exact right time. Like, didn't
I almost sold mine. Sold mine. Not this time, but about 2 weeks ago, I almost sold it. Okay. And I was really debating, and I'm like, thank God I didn't. And also, I'm not selling it now. Only thing I think I'm going to sell is the companion when that comes out, but I'm going to keep my Cool Cat for sure.
Nice. Yeah, now and the milk tokens, you into that? You figuring out how to deal with that? Yeah,
that's what they said was apparently for your companion, you can like feed it milk or whatever, and like it changes its properties like before it hatches. Like, I don't know. It's like it's really interesting. They're adding like game theory to it, which I'm like fascinated by. I'm like, whoa, this seems interesting. So we'll see. It's supposed to be this month, and 10 days left in the month. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that project is one of the blue chippers.
I think so.
It's got a great community. Yeah, Farouk is huge into it. You probably follow Farouk, I'm sure. Yeah, he's
really
like big time.
Passionate about the Cool Cats.
Somebody was calling him out saying he was like selling them during a room. He's got all kinds of them though. I don't,
Yeah, apparently he was just selling some to buy, other ones that he wanted. I don't really know. I mean, it's
people are allowed
pumping to sell. I mean, it's not a surprise, first of all, but people are allowed to sell things, and sometimes if you talk too much about something, and then I remember for NBA Top Shot, I would make videos, and then it's like I felt like I couldn't sell the moments that I was talking about, because then I felt like people would be like, oh my gosh, she's just talking about them so that she can pump the price, and it's like
pump and dump, right?
So then I felt very conscious, like I couldn't do certain things because people are always watching your wallet and your collection, seeing what you're doing. So
well, you have integrity, so that's good.
Yeah.
Not to say Farouk. Now Farouk's cool. I'm not saying he doesn't have integrity. I don't know him, but I'm sure he does.
Farouk.
Yeah, no, whoa, no, never. I'm sure he listens. He listens every week too. I know he listens every week.
Farouk, shout out to you. Listening in. Thanks for tuning in. We're just kidding. Okay.
And Cool Cats also has 4,600 unique wallets now, which is a real nice amount for 10,000.
Yeah. That's good. It's progress. I remember when the Bored Apes reached 5K and everyone was ecstatic. They're like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was a big deal for sure. Yeah. That's how the price gets up so high. Did you watch the vampire? What was that one? The one that had
Vampires?
Yep. Okay. Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, maybe. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it went up to like 2.5 ETH because they had five. They got to like 4,900 wallets or something out of 10,000 pieces. That's what happens when everybody wants one. Like the price goes up.
And then as it becomes, more and more unique holders, there becomes a lot more people with just one. And then it's hard because you only have one, so you don't want to sell your one. And so, naturally it's like, even though the price goes up, if you're in it for the long haul and you just want to keep it, then, what can you really do? You don't want to sell it. So
for sure. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's when you have one, it's gone.
I've been thinking about trading mine out for in the liquidity pool. There's a couple nicer looking ones. I want one that looks a little more like a female. I mean, mine has a lady beard. She has like a flower in her hair, but she also has a beard. It's cool, but I was also thinking like, I kind of want one that looks more aesthetically pleasing. No offense to mine, but so I was thinking I've been watching the pool, like just seeing the ones that are in there, and I haven't found one that I'm like super attached to yet. So they look nice, but I'm like, I'll wait till one's in there that I like really like. And then
I kind of like yours. Like yours is cool if you don't swap it out. But I do. I do. You could like dress up as yours for Halloween or something. Put a beard on.
To put a beard on? Oh my God.
And a flower in your hair, whatever. Paint your face blue.
True. Oh my gosh.
That would actually be pretty good. That would go viral on Twitter. If you did that, that would go viral.
Oh
You'll
would be
get
really
like
funny,
100,000.
actually.
It would be. No, it would be.
That would be funny. Maybe I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that for Halloween. Maybe I would just do that when I'm not leaving my. Maybe I'm not going to leave my apartment that day, and I just decide to take a
Just do
picture
it
and
for
do
fun.
that. Yeah.
That's funny. One of our other favorites, House of Kibaa, has been doing really, really well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 4 ETH, I think. Last I looked on the floor on that one, which, it was hovering around even 1.5 and 2 for a while. All of the armor, the body parts are all 0.3, 0.4.
They're going public too.
Really? I did not hear that. They're going public.
I don't know if that was a private thing, but they are going public. So I already said it, so now I can't take it back.
Yeah.
I think they said it in their members, but they didn't say it like publicly yet.
Man, I gotta remember to stay in that
that's
Discord.
The reason why. Yeah, I know. You always gotta keep up. It's a lot to keep up.
That's the one I gotta get in because they keep giving out. They give out free money like it's nothing in that one.
I know. I'm trying to get my mom to get one. My mom, I'm visiting my mom in Arizona, and I spent a couple of hours just kind of talking to her about NFTs and her and my aunt, and I got her to set up a wallet and everything, and at first she was like, okay, like what can I get for 500? And I was like showing her some, telling her different projects, and then I like started showing her the better ones, and then she's like, whoa, how much is that in USD? And she kept like asking about the USD price, and I'm like, you have to start thinking in ETH, okay?
Yeah, 1 ETH is 1 ETH, Aunt,
It's only 2 ETH. What?
Right, yeah, 2.0.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
$7,000.
Right.
I know.
Well, ETH is down under 3,000 right now, I think.
Oh yeah, ETH dropped a bit. So
it'll come back. I don't know how low it'll go, but it'll come back.
If you're working in ETH, then it doesn't really matter. But yeah, if you're trying to cash out or you're buying with USD, then it makes sense to think about the USD price. But if you're not, then it really doesn't matter.
I agree. Yep, I agree for sure. I mean, it was at 1,800 if you remember in July. It was at 4,000 in May. Yeah, 1,800 in July. Got back up to like 36. It could go down to 2,500. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Or I'm hoping it turns back around. It's nice when it goes up. It's a lot more jolly in the community when it's,
people are so dramatic too. It's like it goes down. It's been one day, and people are like, the bear market is here. It's like, okay, relax. Go outside. You haven't left your apartment in months. Like,
Twitter is wild. You get all kinds of comments on Twitter. Like you get every spectrum of every side of the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Another project we're big fans of that's doing very well is the BYO pills. The pills are actually inching back down, but the access keys are 0.21.
Well, so in order to redeem your apostle, you need both the pill and the access key.
Oh, thank you for letting me know.
You'll need to be holding.
I still have both. I have 5 of both.
Yeah, you have to be holding both. The pills, I think it's 0.11 right now, and the access key, 0.21 or something?
Yes, last I looked, 0.21. So 0.32 for that combo. I wonder if the apostles are there 10,000 apostles? Has that all been talked about?
I don't know the quantity. I don't know what they're gonna do because I don't think every single person claimed, and not everyone's gonna
of course.
So it's like, how are they gonna
do
that?
they'll sell the rest. Like even if they don't, whatever. Yeah, that's probably what they'll do. Looking forward to that. But when everybody gets things for free, it's not necessarily going to be the highest floor, but it could be depending on what they look like, what they do. People are excited about it. I'm excited to see what comes. I haven't sold any of it, so I mean, I could sell all those keys for 0.2 each. It's an ETH.
I know it's not. I'm like, oh,
it might be. I know. So almost.
But I'm like, but I kind of want the apostle.
Well, at this point, like in my NFT journey, like early on, I was buying and selling everything, like we've talked about, like
right.
And now I kind of like I've seen the cycle. Like Alien Boys now 0.2 again.
I love my Alien Boys.
Yeah,
I have Alien Boys I had minted. Yeah. I was back when they were minting, and Alien Boys they'll always hold a special place in my heart because Georgie Boy, the creator, Georgie, he actually made me a custom alien girl before they were even going to make that a thing.
Oh, wow. Everyone's making you custom NFTs.
No, so it wasn't actually an NFT.
One custom NFT made
it was literally just a JPEG. It wasn't a real NFT.
I'm only joking anyway.
But I know. It was really nice. It was really nice.
Yeah, it is really nice. It's awesome. You deserve. People should make NFTs for you.
So if anybody else would like to make me an NFT,
Yeah.
my Twitter
Anybody that wants to make any NFT for Jennifer.
I like free gifts. I like free gifts. I'll accept.
All right, we have a list here. I know I keep bringing up the things I wanted to talk about. If you want to hop in with one, but we have definitely some good stuff. This has been fun so far. I'm having a lot of fun this episode.
Yeah,
we're catching up after a week and a couple days.
I know we haven't. This is, by the way, to all of our listeners, this is like the only time we talk. So that's why we always have so much to say, which I think is good because it's like, this is our time to kind of chat and it's fun. We get to talk about all the things. The only thing I have on my notes left is the worm breach. Did you hear about that?
No, I don't do. That's the thing you were talking about that was getting passed around.
Yes, the worm.
Yeah, okay.
So
what's the update on that? What's the update?
It got sent to like some inactive wallet, and they had some count. They're like 25 days. Something's gonna happen. The worm breach, and we're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And everyone's like sending like, get well soon. Worm, like we hope you get out. And
they were sending NFTs to that wallet, right?
Yeah, really funny stuff. And I'm like, what is the breach gonna be? And so it happened. It happened the other day. And if you look in the wallet, the worm is no longer there. So the NFT is there. So it's like basically it's like this pink worm, and the background is like black and green, but the pink worm is gone. So it's just the black and green background of the NFT. And they removed it. I'm like, what kind of token is this where they could just remove it like that? And that actually kind of made me think about other NFTs. And I'm like, oh my God, can other NFTs just like delete some things in our NFTs that we own? Like it kind of made me start thinking about that type of thing. But nonetheless, the worm is gone. And so I think it's going to start to be passed around again. So I'm really excited about that. I love the worm project.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be nice if it gets going again.
Maybe you can get it.
I know you were sad last time. Hey.
I was. It was trapped.
Yeah. So very sad. Let's talk about, do you know about Smilesverse? Do you know Wahid All Smiles on Twitter?
No.
Familiar at all? He's really cool. We actually, my friend Trish asked me to host a clubhouse for him for his project, which I did. And I didn't know too much about it. About a week before, Andy had said on Twitter, our producer Andy, he said, I'm setting notifications for this. And I saw Andy message that, and I was like, something I got to keep my eye on. Later that night, I saw them do a room, and I recognized his art. His art's actually blowing up. This project's going to be really big. I think there's 8,888 of them. He is a really impressive artist and person. He's 21 years old. He's from Afghanistan. He came to the U.S. 6 years ago, and he's built this career. He's super humble. The team behind him is like following him. They're like everybody was talking so highly. It was really impressive. He's impressive. The art is awesome, and you should check it out. It's
what
Smiles.
is it? Oh, Smiles.
Smilesverse. Smiles with 3 S's.
Are they on Twitter?
Yep, they're on Twitter.
Oh,
yep. You'll see that little yellow symbol. It's going to be big.
Oh, I think I spelled it wrong.
I would.
SMILE.
So All Smiles is Wahid.
Oh, All Smiles. Okay, I found it.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's really cool. His art's dope. Honestly, he's like super, super impressive. He's going to be a star.
Wait, is he the one that did the avatar things with the hair? Wait, no, like the full body, and they're like this. He's carrying a skateboard and everything for his profile picture.
Yeah, that's his art, and that's what the project's going to be like. He has some really popular pieces. Like I think like 11. I've seen like some big sales on his one-on-one stuff, but I'm not sure which ones you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, it is this. Oh my gosh, I just clicked on the Twitter. He said, "Bro, what the f? My artwork is on Jimmy Fallon."
Oh wow, yeah, dude. I'm telling you, he's a star. Like, yeah. Check out that project. Try and get on that whitelist. I would suggest that for anybody. That project's looking really strong. Yeah, it's getting a lot of hype, and it's kind of a different kind of thing.
I'll join the Discord. Oh, 0.1888. Yep. Okay, interesting. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to lose money with gas wars, but maybe I'll try on the secondary if
or if you can get on the whitelist, maybe I'll even try and do a favor if I can.
Oh,
we'll see what's up.
Oh wow, that's cool. I see the team. Josh Ong
Yep.
is on the marketing team for that. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna that's gonna really help it too, for sure. That's a strong project.
Oh, awesome.
And
Thanks for the heads up.
yeah, no doubt. Speaking of another strong project, and I'm going to try and shout out a bunch of independent artists, like we talked about last week. A gentleman named Jeff Soto. He put out a project. He dropped it at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight called Soto Fish. And it's just one word, SOTOFISH, on OpenSea. And there was 150 of them. It was 0.11 and 0.22, depending on the rarity. And the last I looked, the floor was 3 ETH. Instant sellout.
What the heck?
I sadly missed
Jesus.
the drop. Yeah, crushing it. He's a really cool artist, and I'm not sure what else they're going to plan with that, but it was it's hard to get, and they were there. It's awesome. So Jeff Soto, I messaged him on Twitter to tell him I was putting his drop on the NFT catcher, and
nice.
he was very nice about that. He was like, "Oh, thank you so much." I wish I remembered. I was being interviewed today, and I forgot to pull the drop at 9, so there was no chance of getting it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were interviewed on Gary V's Discord or something, right?
Yeah, not quite. It was the V Friends Clubhouse. It's like an unofficial, but they asked me. I go in there sometimes, and I'm friends with a bunch of those people in V Friends. So they asked me to go on there, and it was about an hour 45 minutes, and it was relatively intense. I enjoyed it, but it was like asking all kinds of questions about my childhood and really everything. It was
maybe we can link it to this episode.
Yeah, maybe we can, maybe we can't. We'll see.
Unless he doesn't want to, then we won't.
No, we can link it. It's out there. They're gonna put it out. I don't know exactly when, but
you can find out more information about
it. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, you'll find out a lot of information about me in that one. One more project I want to talk about, and then we could go into the CryptoSlam. Have you ever heard of oneof.com?
No, I haven't.
I hadn't heard of it before either. It's a platform, where they're trying to sell cheap NFTs. It's on the Tezos blockchain, but you can buy with a credit card, or you can buy with ETH, because they're on Coinbase Commerce, which is a really nice payment platform where you can pay with ETH on anything. So Cory Van Loo, right? We talked about him with the Mike Tyson drop. That thing sold for 80 ETH. It's like a 70 floor on all those Mike Tyson, Cory Van Loo things. So they had a Cory Van Loo collaboration with iHeartRadio, and you can go to OneOf. It's ONEOF.com. They released 800 of one of them and 1,000 of another, and they only cost $26 to buy.
Wow.
And 100% goes to charity. Digitally autographed by Cory Van Loo, and the Genesis piece from iHeartRadio. So I was like, all right. When I found it, the 800, the one edition to 800 was already sold out, and the other one was sitting there. I bought every single one that was left, which was 105 of them, and for $26 each. And I'm very excited. I think I'm going to give a bunch away, and I think they're going to be worth a lot of money.
Is there a marketplace or not yet?
There's not a marketplace yet. So there's nothing I can do with them right now. But they say within 30 days, you'll be able to transfer them, put them on wherever you need to put them, and stuff like that. So it's a bit of I can't do anything right now, but love Cory Van Loo. I mean, I was blown away that I was able to buy 105 of his pieces. They're not one-on-ones, obviously, but for $2,600, that's a, 0.6 or whatever. Actually, it's 0.8, right? It's 0.8 now.
Oh, right.
0.85, Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I'm really thrilled with that. And I definitely plan on giving some away once they're able to move around and use those for some fun things. And I think they're going to be worth a couple hundred, 300, I don't know, 500. Why wouldn't it be?
Right. Whatever happened with the remember, what was it, nifty.com or something with the jam, what is it, something gem, Space Jam.
Oh, I don't,
and the marketplace wasn't live I feel like that's tricky when the marketplace isn't live yet.
It is.
Then it's like, and then you kind of forget about it. I think the marketplace ended up opening up the marketplace, but I never went back in to like list my.
Yeah, I got to go back there too because I did. I don't know. I think I bought one, but yeah, I know. I don't even remember. There's so many. There's actually a bunch of. But... Yeah, right. There's actually a bunch of websites where I bought like one-off stuff. I got to go revisit, see what's happening. Terra Virtua. I bought some stuff back in like April.
Yeah, a lot. What's the one with the music one? Ship or something like that, or what is it called?
I'm not sure.
Roham promoted it. Oh man, yeah, RSD ship or something. I don't know. Okay, I bought like a pack or whatever it is.
Oh yeah,
and I need to do something with that.
Yeah, I bought a few packs on something called fanzone.io. They were releasing like German men's soccer team and women's soccer team like cards for the first time, and I bought some of them. I've actually been into that block packs a little bit, BLOKPAX. They have some really cool things. Let's see. I'm going to pull up CryptoSlam and see if anything has changed. You got anything else you want to talk about before we go into our little?
Not really. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah, not too much.
Yeah, we talked about a lot. This is one of my favorite episodes, actually. We did.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully you liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So Axie Infinity #1. This is 24 hours. Let's do 7 days. Okay. Yep, still #1. CryptoPunks, Art Blocks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Emblem Vault.
Those are the rare Pepes. Those are the
rare is that the rare Pepes?
Probably some Nakamoto Series 1 card.
Wow.
One sold for freaking 100 ETH plus, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's they did 1,000 buyers, 3,000 transactions. Not too bad. Same amount as Art Blocks. Art Blocks did 3,400 transactions. Wow. Cryptodes #6. Good for them. Nice. Anonymice, which I don't even know what that is, to be straight honest with you.
I've never heard of that.
Honest. Cool Cats is 8. The Mutants is 9. And CyberCon's pumping again is 10. That's a really popular project.
Yeah,
I have no idea why.
Genesis Kongs are going for a lot. I mean, apparently people are earning a lot from the banana token that they have. So that's really interesting. But those things are like super expensive. So but
yeah, you know what's funny? You remember I used to put out that like the floor on Twitter. I would put like a bunch of floor prices. Every time it would be like CyberCongs would be like all the comments. Gotta put CyberCongs. Where's CyberCongs?
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's funny.
And 888 Inner Circles, #11.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of good ones. Curio Cards 16, Loots 18, V Friends is 13. Looks like Subducks is pumping again at #14. It's up 193% from last week.
Wow. Welcome back.
Yeah, seriously. Subducks. And Lazy Lions too, man. That's a shame. I minted a bunch of those. Sold them way too cheap.
Oh man.
I don't know what I'm missing with that.
Lazy Lions are the most annoying project. the people, they raid everybody's Twitter and they're just like lines. Like they're always pumping their
yeah.
But, I mean, they're doing decent with the floor.
They're doing decent. There's something to be said about those coordinated attacks on Twitter. Like that's kind of how these projects.
I'm not a fan of them, but...
No. I know there's strategy. Like that's not my thing either. I don't get into that, but I know that helps projects just to get the name out there. Like it might be annoying, kind of like junk mail. Like if 10,000 people see it, maybe 9,500 are annoyed, but if you get a few people to check it out.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's a way. It's a technique. There's different ways to do it.
There's different ways to do it.
Yeah. Sure.
Very awesome. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Yeah. And by the way, if you're still listening to this, we would love if you would rate our podcast on whatever you're listening it on. Maybe it's Spotify, maybe it's Apple. And, write a review. We'd love to read your review as well. We're super excited, that we've been getting a lot of people listening in and, giving us feedback on social media and stuff about our episodes. And we're glad you all enjoy it. So, if you rate it or like it or whatever, I don't know what you're supposed to do. It helps, push it out to more people, helps more people see our podcast. So, yeah.
Awesome. And let me give a quick shout out to the dgen.network who hosts our podcast.
Oh, yes.
And they put out lots of really great like articles, and there's 5 or 6 other really cool podcasts that I've listened to, at least a couple episodes of each. And I enjoy the Ape and Pony Show, the Rec podcast. There's some really good stuff on there. A lot of really good content, and they have a lot of friends in the community. So they're going to be around dgen.network. I highly suggest people check it out. Follow them on Twitter. You'll learn a lot, and it's a really good place to be for NFT content.
Yeah. Thank you all so much.
They were there for us from the beginning. Yeah, go ahead, Jennifer.
Yeah, no. Also, they were there for, like, as soon as we released our first episode, they were like, let's get you on our site and, we'll help you, get more listeners and stuff. So that was really awesome. Shout out.
They've been awesome. They've been awesome. A big fan of the whole team there and all that stuff. So, yeah, take us on out.
All right. Thank you all for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_Sudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.